John Walsh is a naturalist and a true vegetable lover. He doesn't eat them, he works with them. Whenever a vegetable is in trouble, John Walsh is there, lending a helping hand.
Get along, boy. I want to talk to you today about endangered species. You know, the National Geographic Society issues a list of endangered species each year, and it won't be long until we see the last of some of these wonderful vegetables. A lot of these your kids may never see unless we're all careful. Here's one we've lost altogether, the great prairie pea. If your grandfather was an Indian, he may remember the days when the prairies ran green with these giants. And these are wild prunes. They're shy, wrinkly little fellas, and they only come out at night. A lot of people take these as a laxative, but it's really not necessary because exercise and castor oil will usually do the trick. And these are dwarf lemons, and they have their problems too. Get out. Problems too. They're basically colorblind, you know, and when they reproduce, they sometimes get confused and mate with oranges. These little guys are orphans, and right now we have an artificial mama in with them. I think their real mother is in a can of Pledge. I think. What I really want to talk to you about is apples. I'll bet you didn't know that apples are an endangered species, but they are. You know, little sayings like, an apple a day keeps the doctor away is really what's killing off apples. But that isn't true, is it, Doc?
Nope.
You see, apples do suffer, and they do make good pets. This one's been neutered, as you can see if you look closely enough, which is a good idea. But the real problem is with the annual apple hunting season. These guys are hunters, but I call them apple ciders because they're going to kill these apples just when they're at their most vulnerable, when they're migrating. And as soon as they land to rest a few moments, these trigger-happy buddies don't waste any time, and before you can say boo, we've got another dead apple to contend with. And if you've ever tried to contend with a dead apple, well, these apples are just little wine saps, but that's no excuse for killing them. They're harmless to man. They're pretty as anything when they hang peacefully in trees. A lot of states have enacted apple protection legislation with real teeth in it to take care of these guys. But other states are content just to put up silly signs like this one. Apple preserve. Not much help, really. Anyway, apples do make fine pets. And it's a good idea to worm them, by the way. Another species in trouble is the Brussels sprout. And almost no one knows that they're actually baby cabbages. And they don't come from Brussels, neither. They get that name from the noise that they make. A mother and her brood. Here, I'll show you. Bring the mic down. No, Bippy, get out. We shot some film of these guys in their natural habitat last week, and you'll see, as well as I did, that they do face some pretty nasty and natural predators. We shot this film in a little village of Brussels. As you can see, they're happy, quiet, and green. Here's their natural predator, the killer squash. And when he comes on the scene, these guys can really move. Here's one lone Brussels that gets so panic-stricken he bumps right into his enemy. And now you can see how the killer squash gets his name and his fame. Fortunately, this little guy gets away and back into his burrow. It's a tough life, but this little fella made it, and I'm glad. Because I'm John Walsh, and I like vegetables.